Coach Weeks, head coach. What does he stress to you guys as a team and individually?
I'd say as a team, he wants us to not make double bogeys. He really is a big believer in making birdies on par fives, and if we don't make double bogeys, if we turn those into bogeys, then we're going to give ourselves a chance to win.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I've said it before, I mean, he just tries to get us to stay patient out there and not get overly aggressive when you have a bad hole. I mean, a lot of people make a bogey or double bogey and then try and feel like they got to make a birdie right after that, and then that can just turn into another bogey, and it spirals out of control after that. And I think he does a good job with that, trying to stress the importance of staying patient out there and just trying to take one shot at a time.
Okay. So what do you guys contribute is the best thing to learn about being a golf? You know, obviously, you know, golfing is a one-man sport. You go out there, you hit it yourself. You know, you guys are on a team, obviously, but it's still you guys go out there and do it by yourselves at the end of the day. So what is the biggest thing that propels people from the goods to the great in terms of golf? Is it a mental aspect? Is it physical? Like, what is it?
Definitely mental, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty much the mental aspect of the game that separates the pros from the amateurs.
Yeah.
They're just, I mean, it's 90% of the game. I mean, you can have all the ability in the world, but if you don't have it in your head, then you'll never, perform the way you should.
Right. Now, personally, like, just kind of going back to this, I went out on a golf course and I've tried to play. The hardest thing for me was just, keeping it on the fairway, but then also in terms of the putting, like, how is it that you guys, I mean, like, in terms of putting, how do you improve that? I mean, obviously you can go out there and practice putting, but what are like the techniques? Like, what's the logistics of putting?
You have to keep your routine the same, because when the later you're getting around, the more nerves you're going to play because you're getting nervous because you're close to winning or whatnot. But if you have the same routine, it kind of calms you down and it makes sure you do the same thing over and over, so it's a more repetitive golf stroke instead of getting over it and worrying about things that you shouldn't be worrying
about. All right, so now we've gotten away from golf. We can ask a little personal questions. All right. So what are you guys' hobbies outside of golf? Is it watching basketball? Is it hanging out with your friends? Listen to music for purposes of you guys' entertainment. What are you guys' hobbies?
I'll answer you real quick. I like to wakeboard a lot, but to go along with the music and stuff, I'll let Casey answer that.
I mean, come on, bring it on, Casey. Bring it on. We'll just really.
I'd say on my free time, I like to try and play any type of sports I can. Just trying to stay active.
Mm-hmm.
Watch sports, obviously. I like to listen to music. I mean, I think we should just leave it at that. I don't.
Casey, I don't want to take it here, but we'll take it there. And I personally, it's one last show, so we should get a little leniency, right? Right, Wilson? Right. Are you in agreement?
I am totally.
Are we down for the cause?
Oh yeah, we are.
All right, so I listened to recently to Pimp or Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, and I thought it was a great album. It wasn't. In my honest opinion, it was his best work.
Yeah.
So what?
I'm not a big fan of the album. I understand. I can see.
But why?
I can see how he kind of portrays a picture in his album. That's not really what I look for in an album. I like to listen to. I really go for the beats and the lyrics.
And the lyrics is what makes me. What helped me fall in love with the album, because it was the lyrics telling the story behind the album. And with Good Kid, Mad City, his first studio album, it was a picture of a young kid growing up in Compton where things weren't always the brightest picture, things weren't always the best situation. And I feel like in To Pimp a Butterfly, he became more mature in the way he recorded as an industrial rapper. So that's why I feel like To Pimp a Butterfly was such a great album, because he painted a different picture, but he painted it more maturely.
Yeah, I think that, I'm sure his lyrics are good, and with how he paints a picture and stuff. I just would have liked to have had some better beats. I feel like he could have went about it a different way.
So let's get away from the hip hop. If you were to compare yourself to, let's say, a rapper in the way you golf, Who would it be? Did you see like hard beats? You like.
Yeah, I'd probably say Ace Hood.
Ace Hood.
Wow, Ace Hood. Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably say Ace Hood. Yeah, pretty much.
So we go from golf to hip hop. What are you guys' favorite sports to watch?
I like baseball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Kansas City Royals fan, born and raised in Kansas City. So I go to a lot of games in the summer. So I'm
an Astros fan, so I'm kind of in.
Okay.
He's just Houston biased.
And I'm not no Houston biased.
Do you know the Dana Hughes?
Yeah, of course I know.
His son, I'm really good friends with.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's 2 years younger than me, I believe. So my best friend is one of his best friends. So we're pretty good friends. Because he's from Kansas City too, Dana Hughes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Small world. What about you, Casey?
I like to watch college football. That's my favorite time of the year. And I'm a big Thunder fan, so I try and watch as much of those games as I can. They don't really get a lot of airtime down here unless it's on ESPN. It's primetime coverage, but I try and watch them whenever I can.
I feel the same way with me and my Rockets. And do you have a particular team?
I don't have a favorite team anymore. I just like the game. I like a lot of.
He was an AI fan.
So I'm a big AI. That's the first pair of basketball shoes I had.
Right.
AIs.
Right. I was like the same that whole
the answer. We're talking about practice.
Practice, not the playoffs.
Yeah.
Practice.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but like it's nothing like watching just NBA and like just getting a chance to just watch the playoffs. Because they're about to start in a couple of days, or actually tomorrow. So, what's y'all predictions on the playoffs?
You guys have a team you guys are watching, a player you guys are watching, or
I'm pulling for the Cavs now. Since the Thunder out, I've kind of became a LeBron fan again since he came back. I feel like he kind of broke my heart when he went to Miami because that was my team. That was my team before the Thunder came. So I'm pulling for them. I really don't want to see the Spurs win. I'm tired of them winning.
I'm not a big Spurs fan myself.
Yeah.
I'm pretty indifferent on the Spurs.
Of course you are. You're from Texas, Julius.
I mean, no.
It's tough. I mean, I figured you would not like them as much because
it's not that I don't like them. It's just I have Texas pride. I just feel so indifferent about them. If they win, they win. They lose, and hey. But I mean, they're not playing us yet. So I mean, when they play us, obviously root against them. But we're playing Dallas in the first time as a Rockets fan. So I'm obviously pulling for the Rockets.
Of course.
Do you guys have a particular team you guys are predicting for the finals?
Golden State, because they definitely have the MVP of the league on their team.
There you go.
My gosh, everybody's such a Steph Curry fan these days.
I'm predicting that it's going to be the Spurs and the Cavs. That's who I think it's going to be.
Probably.
I think
a
rematch of
because it's so hard to once you've been to the finals and you have that playoff experience. Like for example, look at the Hawks. I mean, granted they finished #1 in the East, 60 wins. So my thing is this: you take those 60 wins that you get in the regular season, it does you might as well just wash away all regular season records because it's not the same in the playoffs. The playoffs. So to look at that, I just don't. I don't see them making it to the finals myself.
I don't either. I mean, it's all about who gets hot at the right time, obviously. And I think the Spurs do a pretty good job of just. And
they're so consistent. I mean, they play the same game. You take a team like Cleveland who has multiple superstars, but you take a Spurs team that has a combination of different players. I mean, obviously they're stars. But you take those same players.